And so, yes, I think that we are going to see mass adoption outside the US first, outside the Western countries first, and then we'll see that flow over and eventually
going to a different economy. And we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is, it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of a huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we can have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Chinese bank ICBC has been hit by a ransomware attack, and the U.S. Treasury market, as a result of that, has been disrupted. This, according to the Financial Times. We're getting it more right now with Bloomberg's Sonali Basak. Sonali, what do we know?
Listen, we have the Financial Times now reporting that ICBC, one of China's largest banks here, was hit with a ransomware attack. And remember, they're a very significant intermediary in the Treasury market. The SIFMA has told its members that this has been part of the reason here that the system is kind of clogged up, if you will, during that auction that we saw a little bit before. The attack had prevented ICBC, according to the Financial Times, from settling Treasury trades on behalf of other market participants. A large executive at a major bank also telling the paper that such a large party on the fixed income clearing corp creates major concerns, potentially impacting the liquidity of Treasury markets.
Now, it was not just a poor auction. It was absolutely lousy, and when the dealers have to step in to save a treasury auction, that's a rare occurrence. And
welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread it all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book. Remember, the New World Order book shows you how the world really works, and it is definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep, especially in the times that we're in right now. Now, guys, I told you in 2023 in the first quarter, we would get an event, and now we have the banking collapse, which the master magicians pulled off the perfect distraction. And at the end of the third quarter, going into the fourth quarter, guys, we're going to have another main event. Now, of course, the markets will still pump and dump until we get that next crisis. Guys, we know they're going to pull that rug. And all we have to do is watch the Fed to know exactly when that's about to happen. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 Kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And we had Bitcoin and crypto have a pullback, slightly moving up as I'm doing this video. And we have stocks flat. And when you look at CME, the volume is low. Open interest, guys, is still high. Now we have Rich Dad, Poor Dad author Robert Kiyosaki recommends Bitcoin, gold, silver to investors before it's too late. And do I think it's going to be a better entry point to these commodities? Yes, I do. We know the first quarter we always take a hit. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, guys, do not forget to pay attention to the actual indicators. We have yield rates flat. We have the dollar slightly down. We have volume and crypto up. We have Tether, USDC, and TUSD. And then, of course, guys, we have the Fed. Repo was at $865 billion on Friday. And those who've been with me from the beginning know we got all the way up to about $2.5 trillion. And that's because Janet Yellen was tapping those federal retirement funds to pump the market. And now she had to put that money back. Guys, it's all manipulation. When it comes to these markets, it's nothing real. Remember, it's all ran by an algorithm. When it comes to the stock market, you had 7 stocks get all the money. Guys, that is impossible. Now, we know in order for Bitcoin and crypto to rise in this 4th industrial revolution, small and medium-sized banks have to fall by the wayside. And while these small and medium-sized banks fall by the wayside, we know it's a domino effect. They're going to bring down these small businesses, which is going to create more layoffs, which is going to allow the NWO to bring in the machines. And everywhere we hear the drums are beating, we see those same places bringing in technology. So we know the NWO are the master magicians. We see where Elon Musk is now. And then all of a sudden, they're going to be doing Starlinks. Remember, this is a plan. It moves in phases. But Skynet is right around the corner. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, guys, do not forget about Grayscale. It's in about $30.1 billion. But getting over into a little crypto news. We have HEX launches crypto exchange wallet services in Brazil. Also, we have Standard Chartered China offering exchange services for the digital yuan. And remember, guys, if we stayed with fiat and we didn't go over the digital money, it would be impossible to take over the US dollar because there's so many dollars out there. But because now we're going to be going cashless and it's going to be digital money, you can create billions, trillions with a push of a button. And then, guys, the only thing you have to do is look at Belt and Road and see all the countries that are going to be working together. And the United States dollar is not going anywhere, but it's going to lose that world reserve currency, and we know that's going to change the lives of every American. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And then lastly, guys, we have the SEC is having trouble serving HEX founder Richard Heart with his lawsuit. And guys, we see this is the next movie. So we have HEX, and then we're going to have Tether. We know they have to bring down 99% of these cryptos, and then also they have to bring down the rest of these banks. And we know they're going to blame crypto for the banking collapse. We know the Fed is not going to say, I took your money. Remember, the NWO are the master magicians, and they have one last crisis in order to bring in this fourth industrial revolution. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. But guys, all I have for you. Don't forget about the books, Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get home stocks, the Xrp, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID-33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.